We are located in East Central Colorado, Elbert County, Colorado, about 5,800 feet. We raise grass-fed, grass-finished beef and lamb, pastured poultry, and eggs. And somewhere in the last few years, probably 4 years ago, was when we encountered Audubon. We had always been interested. We're birders, and have always enjoyed those things, but didn't know there was a ranching connection to that. And what they did was help us develop a broader habitat management plan, not just a grazing plan, but a habitat management plan. And so we went ahead and delved into that. And what it has done is helped us to be more cognizant of the things that are on our landscape besides just our plant species and our livestock and where they happen to be at any point in time. And the benefits, I think, to that form of conservation is that you see their overall benefit to your landscape. And what we found was it wasn't just birds, well, the birds important. Other animals showed up as part of the process, right? We now have resident antelope, right? And more deer, more wild turkey, spending time in the riparian areas, things of that nature that we had not anticipated because we were focused really on our rangeland birds, our meadowlarks and our nighthawks and the things that like to live on the ground. And we've become very attuned to looking for things, not just moving the cattle where we want them to be and where they need to be, but what else is in their space that we might want to fence around. But we've found nighthawk eggs on the soil surface. We found meadowlark nests, and we just take that polyfence and we go around them. Even where the cattle are, we can still manage for our wildlife that happens to be there and protect those nests, during the nesting season. One of the things that our landscape currently is missing is the ability to capture water higher on the landscape. And Audubon's working with us on a grant process to facilitate that so that we can put in some key line structures higher on our landscape to improve our hydrology further up the landscape and reduce runoff, right? We can capture that. It accomplishes several things for us, hydrology principally, but it's also going to help us with bird habitat because everything needs water. And the birds that are further up in the landscape aren't experiencing that. They have to travel certain distances. And when they're nesting, that's a pretty good distance from a nest to get to water, right? And so, we're looking to do some of those things to improve not just their habitat, but our landscape and the water and our soil profile higher on the landscape. And so we're grateful for their efforts there because truth is writing grants and those kinds of things while you're ranching and those kinds of things can take a lot of time, and they've done a phenomenal job in assisting us with that effort. This is the next generation. This is our oldest grandson, and when he's not in school during the school year, he's out here helping us and learning why these things matter so that when it's his time, he can carry this forward. And hopefully by the time he's that age, there will be many, many more people involved in this. Right now in our geographic location, there are very few people committed to this type of management. This is what we're trying to do, is create a generational vision for conservation, for health of landscapes, and really for us to provide nutrient dense and healthy food to the people that come off of these things. And the healthier our soil becomes, the healthier our forages are, the healthier the people will be.